If your feet often feel numb, tingly, or strangely disconnected, especially during the night or after a lengthy day, please know you are not experiencing this alone. Millions of seniors attribute these sensations simply to aging or poor circulation. But what if the actual reason is linked to the food you regularly consume? In this video, we will identify 3 vegetables, often considered healthy, that might be subtly aggravating numbness and nerve discomfort in your feet. We are not just discussing obviously unhealthy foods. One of these is even hailed as a superfood. However, for individuals over 60, consuming too much of it could potentially worsen the situation. Stay with us. This information could significantly improve how your feet feel each morning. Let us begin with something many people never consider suspect. Numbness in the feet is not always directly caused by irreversible nerve damage. Sometimes, the underlying issue relates to your diet. Indeed, certain foods, even those promoted as healthy, may interfere with nerve signaling. For those over 60, this risk can be heightened. As we age, our circulation naturally tends to slow down. The nerves in our legs and feet, which rely heavily on a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients via blood flow, become more vulnerable to disruption. Here lies the unexpected twist. Some vegetables, the very ones you have been encouraged to eat for good health, might actually be contributing to the problem. A surprising example is the tomato. While bright, flavorful, and rich in antioxidants like lycopene, known to support heart health and potentially reduce cancer risk, tomatoes belong to the nightshade family of plants. This classification is key. Nightshades contain natural chemical compounds called alkaloids. One specific alkaloid, solanine, has been shown to trigger inflammation in susceptible individuals. If you already deal with conditions like arthritis, joint pain, or nerve sensitivity, these compounds could be quietly exacerbating your symptoms. If you consume tomatoes daily, particularly in concentrated forms like sauces or stews, your body might be reacting negatively without your awareness. If you find these insights valuable, please support old age wisdom by liking this video and subscribing for more content focused on healthy aging. Other common nightshades include eggplant, bangan, bell peppers, shimla mirch, and white potatoes, aloo. While nutritious for many, these vegetables can sometimes contribute to low-grade, persistent inflammation. For seniors, this slow, silent inflammation might be sufficient to disrupt circulation and increase numbness or tingling sensations in the feet. Research published in medical journals suggests nightshade vegetables can elevate inflammatory markers in certain individuals, particularly those with autoimmune conditions or chronic nerve stress. While not everyone is affected, the potential impact is significant. If you are already experiencing neuropathy symptoms like pins and needles or a heavy feeling in your feet, reducing your intake of nightshade vegetables could be a beneficial change your body needs. This doesn't necessarily mean eliminating tomatoes entirely. Cooking them can reduce their alkaloid content, making them potentially better tolerated. You could also try eliminating them completely for a couple of weeks as an experiment to observe any changes in your foot sensations. Many seniors report noticeable improvements, less tingling, better balance, and fewer strange feelings in their feet after making such dietary adjustments. Sometimes, the answers are hidden in plain sight, within foods we assumed were harmless. Now that we have explored the potential hidden risks associated with tomatoes and other nightshades, let us turn our attention to another surprising vegetable. You are constantly advised to eat more leafy greens. Add them to smoothies, steam them for dinner, pile them high on your plate. However, if you have been experiencing cold toes, pins and needles, or unusual tingling sensations in your feet, there is one particular leafy green you might want to reconsider, especially if consumed daily: spinach, pollock. Yes, spinach, the very vegetable famed for its health benefits, packed with iron, calcium, and various vitamins. Yet, for seniors, particularly those with existing circulation issues or early signs of nerve dysfunction, spinach can present a hidden challenge. Spinach is notably high in compounds called oxalates. These natural substances can bind to minerals in your food, especially calcium, hindering their proper absorption by your body. Initially, this might seem minor, but over time, excessive oxalates can accumulate in the bloodstream. When this happens, they can interfere with calcium transport and potentially form tiny crystals. These crystals can irritate tissues, put stress on the kidneys, and inflamed nerves. This inflammation might not manifest as sharp pain, but rather as a slow, creeping numbness in the toes, a strange intermittent coldness, or a sensation akin to having your feet wrapped in cotton wool. These are not random signs of aging. They are signals from your body indicating an imbalance. Spinach is not the sole vegetable high in oxalates. Swiss chard and beet greens also fall into this category. While offering nutritional value, consuming them raw or in large quantities can silently increase your body's oxalate burden. Research confirms that high oxalate diets can worsen neuropathy symptoms in individuals with kidney stress, metabolic syndrome, or diabetes. Precisely the groups often encouraged to increase their green vegetable intake. Fortunately, you need not eliminate leafy greens altogether. A smarter approach involves cooking. Cooking spinach significantly reduces its oxalate content through processes like blanching, steaming, or sautéing, making nutrients more accessible and gentler on your system. Rotating your greens is also advisable. Try incorporating lower oxalate options like arugula, romaine lettuce, or baby kale. The goal is understanding your body's individual response, not severe restriction. Often, reducing hidden irritants allows the feet to feel more alive, diminishing dullness and improving circulation as nerves begin to function better. The simple acts of standing, walking, or sleeping can become less challenging and more comfortable. We have now reached the third vegetable on our list, perhaps the most unexpected one. It is starchy, mild-flavored, and a staple in almost every kitchen. However, it could be a quiet contributor to struggling circulation and that falling asleep sensation in your feet, even when you are fully awake. We have discussed tomatoes and their inflammation-triggering compounds, and spinach with its potential to block mineral absorption and irritate nerves due to oxalates. Now, we focus on a vegetable so common and seemingly benign that it rarely raises suspicion: the white potato, aloo. A quintessential comfort food, mashed, roasted, baked, or fried. It is ubiquitous globally. Yet, for seniors, especially those managing neuropathy or blood sugar levels, white potatoes can pose a hidden risk. The reason lies in how our bodies process them. White potatoes are high glycemic, meaning they convert rapidly into glucose upon consumption. For aging bodies already working harder to regulate blood sugar, the resulting sharp spike can be more than just a dietary issue. It can directly impact circulation. Rapid blood sugar increases trigger a surge of insulin. Repeated spikes, common after consuming large servings of starchy foods like mashed potatoes, lead to glycemic stress. This stress promotes inflammation, damages blood vessel linings, and deprives nerves of essential oxygen and nutrients. Undernourished nerves begin to misfire, leading to symptoms like cold feet unrelated to temperature, unexplained tingling, or leg heaviness, particularly after meals. You might dismiss these as fatigue or aging, but they could be your body's response to seemingly simple foods like baked potatoes. This process can contribute to conditions similar to diabetic neuropathy, even in non-diabetics, through repeated blood sugar spikes. Furthermore, white potatoes also belong to the nightshade family, containing the same inflammation-triggering alkaloids as tomatoes and eggplants, delivering a double impact on nerve health. However, complete avoidance isn't necessary. A smarter approach involves substitution. Sweet potatoes, shakar candy, are a great alternative, rich in fiber, lower glycemic, and packed with nerve-supporting antioxidants like beta-carotene. Mashed cauliflower offers a creamy, filling substitute that is kinder to your nervous system. Understanding your body's response is key. Choosing foods that support, rather than stress, your system becomes crucial with age. If you often feel numbness or disconnection in your feet, reflect on your recent meals. The cause might be simpler, yet more impactful than expected. Let us now shift our focus. We have discussed foods potentially contributing to foot numbness and nerve discomfort. Now, let's explore what your body, especially your feet, truly needs to thrive. Your nerves are not irreversibly damaged. They are waiting for the right support and nourishment, the building blocks perhaps missing for years. Firstly, nerves require oxygen, delivered via blood. To ensure free blood flow to extremities like toes, blood vessels need to remain relaxed and unobstructed. Circulation-supporting foods like beetroot, containing natural nitrates that help dilate blood vessels, are beneficial. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in wild salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds, are crucial for nerve repair. They reduce inflammation and help rebuild the protective myelin sheath around nerves. If nerve signals are scrambled, omega-3s might be vital. Magnesium, present in leafy greens like spinach when cooked, avocado, pumpkin seeds, and almonds, plays a key role. It calms nerve excitability, improves circulation, and helps regulate blood sugar, shielding nerves from sugar-related stress. Vitamin B12 is particularly important for seniors, fueling nerve regeneration, supporting energy, and aiding red blood cell production for oxygen transport. B12 absorption often declines with age. Good sources include animal proteins, eggs, fish, poultry, and fortified cereals. For plant-based diets, a B12 supplement can be crucial. Correcting a B12 deficiency sometimes restores foot sensation relatively quickly. Hydration is another overlooked factor. Dehydrated nerves struggle, blood thickens, circulation slows. Even mild dehydration can worsen foot numbness. Prioritize water, herbal teas, or lemon water over sugary drinks, coffee, or alcohol. Finally, certain spices possess healing properties. Ginger, turmeric, haldi, garlic, lacin, and cinnamon, dalchini, are potent anti-inflammatories supporting circulation, protecting nerves, and aiding blood sugar regulation. Incorporate them into meals, soups, and teas consistently. Healing nerves involves consistent positive choices, not perfection. Every small swap, sweet potatoes for white, water for soda, turmeric and rice, pushes your body towards healing. Over time, numbness may soften, tingling fade, warmth return, and balance improve. You can heal, your nerves can recover. Your next chapter can feel better, starting one plate at a time. In summary, we have identified 3 common vegetables: tomatoes and other nightshades, spinach, especially raw, and white potatoes, that could potentially worsen foot numbness and nerve pain in seniors due to inflammatory compounds, oxalates, or high glycemic impact. We also highlighted the importance of consuming nerve-supportive nutrients like those found in beets, salmon, cooked leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and B12-rich foods, along with proper hydration and anti-inflammatory spices. Remember, small, consistent dietary changes can make a significant difference in how your feet feel and function. We hope this discussion on old age wisdom has provided valuable insights. What are your experiences with food and foot sensations? Please share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We value your input. If you found this video helpful, we would appreciate it if you could give it a like. Subscribe to our channel for more content tailored to healthy aging, and consider sharing it with others who might benefit. Thank you for watching and being part of our community.